They said I'd need a full workshop and tens of thousands of dollars in equipment if I wanted to build anything worth keeping. They laughed when I told them I wanted to build my own furniture, my own cabinets, even parts of my off-grid tiny home out of raw wood with nothing more than the most basic tools I already had in my garage. Truth is, I thought they might be right until I found a different way. I started out just trying to build a simple bench for my porch. My measurements were off, my joints were weak, everything wobbled, and when it rained, the whole thing warped and split like it was made of cardboard. I could have given up right there. Most people do, but instead, I started digging. I knew there had to be some kind of system, something used by professionals that I just hadn't learned yet. That's when everything changed. I discovered a method that didn't rely on nails and screws that weaken the wood over time, but on precise cuts and joint techniques that date back hundreds of years, the kind that make furniture survive for decades out in any weather. I started small, a coffee table, a set of floating shelves, a few organizers for my kitchen. Suddenly, friends started asking where I bought my furniture. They thought I went shopping at expensive off-grid boutiques, when in reality, I was crafting everything with my own 2 hands after work. With a circular saw, a sander, and a drill I got on sale at a hardware store. Soon, I figured out how to take cheap wood, sometimes scraps from yard sales, and turn it into pieces that looked straight out of a high-end catalog. No fancy CNC machines, no high-tech gadgets. Just a set of plans that showed me every detail cutting dimensions, joinery styles, layouts, tricks to get professional finishes without paying professional prices. At first, I didn't believe it could really make a difference, until I followed along and saw how much cleaner and sturdier everything looked. It's become my favorite thing to do. Create something out of almost nothing. A few pieces of wood, an idea, and the right steps. Out here, living more off-grid, every little thing matters. The cabinets that don't slam, the doors that never warp, the hidden joints that hold twice as strong as the store-bought stuff. Nobody ever taught me this in school, and I sure didn't grow up in a family of carpenters. The truth is, you don't need any of that. You just need to follow instructions that actually work tested by other builders, so you don't waste time, money, or materials figuring it out on your own. Most videos online show off their projects, but never reveal how they actually made them. Or they fly through the steps so fast, you can't tell what blade they used or how they avoided splitting the ends. Trust me, I've wasted enough hours trying to pause and copy other people's builds. That's why I stopped guessing and started following something reliable. Since then, I've made backyard decks, a chicken coop, planter boxes, a fold-out workstation, and even a bathroom vanity, each one cleaner, better, and cheaper than buying it pre-made. And if you think you need a big budget, forget it. Some of my best-selling builds started out as $80 worth of pine from the local lumberyard, then flipped into pieces valued at over $1,000. It's not about the tools. It's not about your experience level. It's about using the right methods and having a plan that guides your hand like there's a master. Craftsmen standing behind your shoulder want to know exactly which plans I used and how I learned all these techniques. All the details are waiting for you in the link in my profile.